Again, when it came to accountability, the president trying to pass the buck. At one point, he said the states have the supplies, they just don't want to admit it. At another point, he said one New York City hospital that used to order 20,000 to 30,000 masks is now asking for 200,000 to 300,000 masks, and he suggested there was something going on. Listen.
How do you go from 10 to 20 to 300,000, 10 to 20,000 masks to 300,000? Even though this is different. Where are the masks going? Are they going out the back door? How do you go from 10,000 to 300,000? I don't think it's hoarding. I think it's maybe worse than hoarding.
We saw this a lot from candidate Trump. People are saying, and he floats conspiracy theories or ideas. He's the president of the United States. If there is nefarious conduct going on in the supply chain, he has every tool of the government to investigate it, call it out, and present facts. Instead, he presents conspiracy theory.
Yeah, notice he didn't say which hospital he was talking about. And we have heard from the New York Governor, Andrew Cuomo, who talked about how there had been some theft of these, of course, critically needed supplies that are in short supply for the time being. But the president there was implying that something nefarious has happened with over 200,000 masks. And that's why these order increases have gone up so much from what they used to be, implying that something was going on there with the hospital employees. The president seemed to be indicating in that, though, of course, there was no evidence for what the president is talking about. And if you see these interviews with the nurses and doctors coming out of these hospitals, you know, they are in very desperate states where they are saying they are being overwhelmed. They are seeing colleagues. They are themselves are being worried about getting sick. They don't seem to be preoccupied, you know, with stealing supplies or something of that nature. And so the president's implication there is not necessarily something that a lot of aides saw as helpful, because this is a time when these states are saying we're in short supply. We need the federal government to help not only get these produced at a larger and bigger rate than what they're currently being done, but also they need help with the coordination, because there's a lot of states all trying to get the exact same things, and they say it's comparing or creating this competition between between all of these states. And so they say that's their issue, and that was certainly not what the president was focused on yesterday during this press conference.
Caitlin Collins and Jeff Zeleny, appreciate it very much. Your perspective here, thank you. And this just in from Capitol Hill, it's related to the White House. The Congressman Mark Meadows